So this will be a little bit shorter of an episode, just because it's 2 back-to-back Skull Caverns runs, and they don't get too interesting, I guess. So yeah, let's roll. I have had surprisingly good luck recently. Like, I think today is pretty solid, and then I think tomorrow is too. And then even one more day after that is still good luck, until it finally falls apart. So we're just taking up our chances to dive as much as possible. So what we're doing today is just a Skull Caverns dive, and that's it. But tomorrow we are going to buy that deluxe speed grow, and we are buying the starfruit as well. It's going to be our last day that we can actually do that, because the next time the speed grow is for sale, it'll be too late to plant the starfruit. You can buy it from Pierre, but it's like 3 times as expensive, so that's never worth it. And then of course, because it is Thursday, that means we need to buy a magic rock candy tomorrow. But for today, we're just jumping in. I only kept the first 10 floors or so before I just skipped into the deeper mines. Just because, again, nothing really happens deep down. Pretty much everything is later on. I think on floor 10 I did get lucky and I got a crystallarium, so I don't know, that's kind of nice. But then after that I just skipped on down to I think it's 100. Yeah, and that was the next floor. I got a chest, which was just a turban, so I don't usually wear hats in the game. I'll maybe wear the baseball hat from Hat Mouse. Other than that, I just keep however my farmer looks and roll. Sometimes the straw hat if I do the egg hunt, but that's really, really rare. Mostly because I never do the egg hunt unless I have to. I think you have to do it to get a recipe, but I don't remember. I know you have to do the festival that we're skipping today to get a recipe, but we're not really going for perfection at this time, so it won't be necessary. Yeah, I'm having good luck. I'm not having good luck in real life. It turns out. I know I've kind of briefly mentioned our weather here. It's kind of erratic, and sometimes we get late snowstorms, and that is starting to look like a possibility. Like it's supposed to dip down into the 30s this weekend, which I would say is pretty bad news when it comes to like tomatoes and peppers, which really can't handle that kind of thing. So it might be kind of a week filled with trying to cover up plants. And I don't really have a good way to do that. I'll probably end up using like old towels or something. I'll have to build like some sort of hoop house situation and just hope for the best. So I'm hoping that works out, but I don't know. I thought it was in the clear, but you just never know here. Sometimes it'll snow in June, even though it's borderline summertime, so that's okay though. I guess worst case scenario, we lose all our peppers, but we could always just go buy some starters. We'll just kind of lose out on our exotic varieties, which that's okay. It just might be a little bit of a bummer. Some of them are still in pots, so we'll just bring those inside. And yeah, I had some pretty good luck on this run. I was really hoping to get like a lot of prismatic shards and like around 300 iridium. If I can get a couple days of 200 or 300 iridium, then I minimize the amount of time I actually have to spend in here, and it just makes it that much more relaxed. even though I basically already have the money I need for starfruit, or I have it in bar form. So tomorrow morning we will head over to Clint's first thing and sell all of our iridium bars, which should get us pretty close to the money we need. I don't know. And then yeah, just trading my stuff and hitting the sack. Four prismatics is nice. I'll end up with probably like 100 prismatic shards with nothing really to do with them. And I guess I'll sell them. But I just won't need them. You get way more than you need, even though they're sort of hard to come by initially. Like I'll end up with, 10 to 15 per run sometimes. And if you're doing that, 5 times a week, you get a pretty decent amount pretty fast. And like I've mentioned before, I'll hopefully get probably another 10 furnaces after this. And then I'll have to start buying coal also. I'm sort of hoping that I am in a good enough spot by the time the luau rolls around that I can actually go to that and I can put a gold quality starfruit in the soup or stew or whatever, so I can get the friendship bonuses and start kind of moving some of that stuff along just to hopefully get a Nautilus shell early. I don't think this file will end up being a perfection save file, just because I already have other files that are more suited for that. Plus I want to start a different style perfection run somewhat soon. So this will likely just be, a run until I finish the main goal of showcasing how the min-maxing works. And then I'll kind of put it on the shelf with all the other files. But yeah, I have 146 bars to sell, plus however many I get from, 20 more? So yeah, 166. That should give me more than enough money to definitely buy the deluxe speed grow, but it should allow me to buy a few hundred starfruit as well. And that way I only have to buy like an additional 100 starfruit over the next 4 or 5 days. Also, I forgot I kind of made a big mistake today. And it won't really happen until a little bit later, but basically, so every Thursday you can buy the magic rock candy. And that's like a huge boost to luck and speed, or not speed. It's a huge boost to luck, to defense, to attack, to pretty much everything you need in the mines. And I used it today, even though I didn't have a full mines day. So I potentially lost like 3 hours of mining, and I still used it, which I don't know if that was a great idea. Especially considering like I might get a bad luck day pretty soon, and I'll need something to help me along. And I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I should use the candy today, and I just ended up deciding to go with it. And I don't know, in my mind now I think it's a mistake, but it ended up working out relatively well. So you can see I'm like gearing up to go to the mines. I have tons of stuff with me. I'm like bringing my hoe with me to upgrade it at Clint's. And then I have, all my materials already ready, so I had already made my decision to use it and dive deep today. So that's what I did. And also, like, today I have way less inventory spots than normal because I have starfruit seeds, I have a steel axe for some reason, and I have the deluxe speed grow. So overall, just not a good choice. But I already did it, so there's no going back. And I did buy a little bit extra deluxe speed grow, just in case I have other stuff I want to grow. And having it only available on Thursdays, I kind of try to buy extra when I can. At some point I'll be buying probably a few thousand just for pumpkins once I have a larger harvest. But for now, it's just the 600 I need. And yeah, I just start diving. I did decide to edit most of this out. Again, it's not that interesting to watch me go through the first few floors. So I ended up skipping around. And then I decided to just go to showing like treasure floors at one point. Just because those are like really the most interesting things you can see. And I don't know if today is the day I decided to do that, but I did eventually do that. Because those are the most interesting. That's when you might get like, I don't know, that's when you get all the crazy stuff, right? That's when you get the weird seeds. It's when you get the weird hats. It's when you get everything interesting. And I guess I decided not to do it here. I'm just kind of rolling. I never really know what my own editing choices were, even though I just did it either yesterday or earlier today, you know? It keeps it in suspense. But yeah, I mean, there it was. Ended up on floor 90 all of a sudden. So, I just cut ahead. Maybe it's next time that I showcase just the treasure. I do need to start getting that slingshot in action. And maybe you have to start playing on the keyboard a little bit, but I don't think I really want to do that. I have like, I don't know, my hands are weird. So like, I don't really like playing on the keyboard. I prefer to play on a controller. I used to play only on keyboard. I don't know what happened. I think I got used to like playing on the Switch, and like that's where I first started doing min-max stuff. So I got really used to all the motions and the best strategies on a controller. And I like just kind of hanging out playing. I don't have to like be all hunched up, which is really nice. This music is kind of wild. It's the woman's name is Emily Sprague. I don't know, I think that's how you say it. She just makes music for like free use music on YouTube. And it's really relaxing, but I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I kind of like random bits, but listening to a lot of it back to back to back is making me really tired. And I don't know if I guess that's a good thing. Not so much when it's like 12 in the afternoon though, and I shouldn't be tired. Oh well. Yeah, I'm already yawning. God. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've been really wanting to play a different style run where I'm going to try and go for perfection in a limited time frame, which I know is relatively easy and is like the time limit is 2 years. Nobody can do it faster than 2 years just because you don't get the last recipe until winter 28 or winter 27 or something. But I want to try and find a way to do that in a more challenging way, either with, lower profit margin or something. I'll figure it out. But I've been wanting to do that. And I want to build a file that I actually keep for a long time. I never keep any of my files for very long. And they're all like a 1 year or 2 year file. I don't have anything past those 2 years. And I wonder if that's a symptom of the way I play, because I spend so much of my time just speeding through the first part of the game and speeding through the second half, I guess, that I don't spend any time decorating or relaxing. So I don't know, I want to do something different where I can kind of do that with the challenge. So I'll figure that out. If you have any suggestions, I guess let me know. I'm always open to hear suggestions. Also, I got 2 iridium sprinklers, which is cool, and a crystallarium, and 3 rain totems. So it's actually a really good run. as far as like different weird stuff you can get from the runs. So yeah, that's cool. And I got a ton of iridium. I guess this run was like not a mistake. I don't know why I thought it was. I guess because the opportunity cost of the future, but that's really no way to look at it. Yeah. I have 480 seeds, so I only need, 124 more? And then I'm set for starfruit. And then I just have to buy 1,208 more. But that won't be till later, so I don't have to worry about that until the 9th or the 10th of summer. And we'll get more into that too once we get closer to it. But basically the summertime is just planting a ton of starfruit and growing it as quickly as possible for 3 harvests to turn into wine. So anyway, that's it for the episode, I think. See ya.